Peace and love, family. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Monte. I'm your host. For those of you who are returning, thank you for returning and spending more time with me and taking time out of your day to listen to me. Today I want to talk about my conversation that I had with some meat eaters that I saw out and about. I knew these people from past and didn't know them personally, but we knew each other's face because we had been in the same restaurants a few times. So we spoke, then we got into talking because I ordered some vegan food, and they asked me, was I vegan? I said, yes, I'm vegan. Been vegan for almost a year now. Before that, I was pretty much only a fish and chicken eater. Hadn't eaten meat in like 25 years, no pork or anything like that. So it was an easier transition for me than it would be for most of you who have been consuming animal flesh, the gamut of animal flesh, from the pork to the beef to the chicken to the fish to whatever it is else that you ate, deer, possum. Some of you do that type of thing, and the whole 9 yards. Again, so my thing was the meat eaters with this. I told them that for me, it was not natural to the human physiology, and anatomically speaking, we were and have never been efficient at being able to be what they always want to say, hunter-gatherers. Without the invent or tools, how did you consume the meat that you say that we were designed to eat? You did not, and you do not have the anatomical structures in order to eat and consume that meat. You're not efficient as a hunter absent any weaponry. You don't stay down low. You can't explode. You can't run as fast as pretty much any animal that you and I would consume. Besides the cow, you may be able to run the cow down, but how are you gonna really kill that cow with your bare hands? And how are you gonna pierce the flesh of that cow with your teeth and with the makeup that we have now? And why do you have to cook the meat if the meat is natural for our consumption? Why, if you eat that meat raw, you're likely to get sick and poisoned by it? And furthermore, you probably don't even like meat. You like what you have been able to put on the meat to make the meat taste the way that you want it to taste. This is what I advise you to do, and see if you really do like that meat or that animal flesh that you consume. I want you to eat it raw. Of course you're not gonna do that because you're gonna hate it. It's not pleasurable. So go ahead and cook it, but don't add anything to it, and you tell me how much you love that meat, all right? So with that being the case, let's get back to the actuality of things that are natural. Things that are natural are things that you can consume without altering it to any specification in order to be able to consume it. And it's going to provide your body with the nutrients, the minerals, and all those things that you need to survive as far as the body is concerned, to function properly and optimally at the cellular level. So let's stop with the delusion that we've bought into because we've been bred and conditioned, and we've taken on the tradition of being meat eaters. The epidemic of obesities, of autoimmune disease, of heart disease, of diabetic, of skin disorders, asthma, you name it, we got it. And we got it at an enormously high rate. This is not because we are mostly vegan. Very few of us are vegan in comparison to the number of people that are in America. Very few of us are vegan, but we have a host of lifestyle, nutritional feeding diseases, meaning that the nutrition that we are consuming is feeding the disease we are being hampered with. So with that being the case, you need to study what it is that you're eating. Work through all the confusion in the industry, in the media as to what is good and what is not, that what is healthy and what is not. Go back to just a natural state of view. If you can't consume it raw as is, then it's not natural for you or necessary for your survival. Just because we've been able to adapt to the consumption of meat and the utilizing of tools and techniques, technology to allow this to become a more easier way to be able to consume it, doesn't mean that it's natural and doesn't mean that it's necessary. You've been conditioned and you love your conditioning while you suffer mightily from that conditioning because you refuse to hear something that is a little bit different and you become defensive. And again, I'll get asked the question, well, what do you eat? I eat a ton of things within the plant, within the vegetable, within the grain, and within the legumes, food, as food consumption that I'm able to eat. All right, so with that being the case, listen to what I'm saying to you clear. Meat is not natural to the human physiology as is. It has to be adaptive and it has to be modified in order for you and I to consume it. That means it's not natural for us to consume it. Get that through your head. Peace, love, happiness. Thanks for joining.